What's up, coaches and consultants? Dallin Cottle here with Divulge Marketing. A lot of you don't know this, but I actually got a degree in political science. And so immediately after college, I couldn't find a job for some reason, right? I think a lot of people who go to college, get degrees like political science, can go on and do great, amazing things. For me, I was kind of bred to be an entrepreneur. But I want to share one little insight into what I learned with that degree and how it helps you as a coach in our strategy. So how is in these political polls that people run, so there's like these experts that'll go out there and they'll run a political poll and they'll survey 1,000, I was reading an article the other day, 1,004 individuals, and they can basically get a snapshot of what 266 million people would agree to, or what their response would be, right? And so it's like we have this small little sample size that equals this large representation with only a 3% margin of error, right? And so having said that, so again, 1,004 people can represent 266 million people. So we actually do the same thing in our Facebook strategy, which works like magic, okay? So what we do is we say, okay, like with our Facebook ads, is we'll work with you as a coach and we'll say, okay, so who is your audience, right? Well, maybe you don't know exactly. Maybe you want to reach spiritual-minded people or business people or people who have an interest in fashion or whatever it may be that you're a coach or a consultant of. We can help with that by taking different interests on Facebook, right? So if 1,004 people can get us a good sample size of 266 million people with only a 3% error, either margin of error on either side, then what we do with Facebook is we do the same thing, right? So we'll find an interest, okay, and we'll create different audiences, right? So we'll find an audience of, we'll find somebody who has an interest in, let's say, business, right? Or maybe we're targeting a more spiritual audience, or maybe we are targeting, I don't know, what would be a good one? Maybe working, white-collared workers, right? White-collar workers. So we have these audiences, okay, on Facebook that we identify, and then we get a sample size, and we say, okay, we basically are looking at all three of those different audiences to find which one they respond best to, right? So these audience could equal, 1 to 3 million people over here. And all we're going to be doing is we're just going to be showing a quick ad to these three types of people, right? So maybe a million here, million here, million here, but we want to get a snapshot of what that million thinks about your ad and what your offer is, right? So we're going to do something similar is we're going to show that ad and we're going to say, okay, business people, what do you like, right? We're going to show that ad to 1,000 to 2,000 people, so even a little bit more. We'll show the ad, and then we'll want to find out, well, how many people are going to click on the ad, right? How many people are going to watch the video? And what percentage of that video are they going to watch? Is it 10%? Is it all the way up to 100%? How engaged are they with that ad? And so what we'll do is we'll collect data, just like a poll, just like in a political campaign, Trump or Hillary Clinton or any of these politicians that are out there. We'll run these polls and we'll get data on where Americans are at in the polls and which candidate is running ahead. And we can do something similar with your business and we can find out which audience is working really well. And then I'll do some more content on this topic, but then let's say we identify that it's these business people and we've been able to identify that they are the people who respond best to your ad. Well, then let's find out what these people want. And then we'll do the next test and we'll test 4 or 5 different things that you can offer as a coach to this business audience. And let's see how it converts. So hopefully that was educational today. But again, Facebook is just a large sample size for us to be able to work with. As long as you structure those tests correctly, we can find out some great data and should be really, really helpful. So If you have questions about this or you would like to learn a little bit more about this process, either stay tuned on these Facebook videos, there's a lot more coming, ask a question below, I'll private message you with any details or anything that was unclear today. Or just click the link and we can have a chat, a strategy call one-on-one about your business and how we can find the audience that you're looking for and with the message that will resonate best.